All right, much appreciated, Coach, as we welcome all of you to our exclusive coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. A moment ago, here was the scene. The Falcons coming out from their tunnel to the roar of all the folks here in Atlanta. We're ready for football as these Falcons get set to match up with Cam Newton and the Carolina Panthers. 3/4 of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line.
Ready, Blue 80, Blue 80. Check, 59. Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone.
A carry for Devontae Freeman, who missed most of last season. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
And Falcons fans everywhere excited that Devontae Freeman is back on the field wearing number 24 in the red and black. Remember, he went down in Week 2 in 2018 with an injury and didn't return. They're hoping to see the form that led him to 1,000-yard seasons in 2015 and 2016.
On second down, it's Freeman. Devontae Freeman, they're not going to get him. Touchdown, Falcons. Devontae Freeman with touchdown number 12 on the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So Newton and the Panthers come up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Out of the gun, Newton. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Grady Jarrett making his presence felt. He gets the sack. That's called setting the tone right away.
It certainly is, and it lets you know just how important communication is amongst the offensive line. They talk about it all the time, knowing each other's moves. You've got to be coordinated and in sync. Otherwise, your quarterback gets hit.
He'll get 2 yards back, but it's going to leave him with a long 3rd and 13.
And it's 3rd down.
Mike. What is it? It's a set, but ain't. Here we go, here we go.
And now a timeout defensively by the Falcons. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Ready? 180. Here we go, G. Here I come. Here I come. Hey!
3rd and long. It's Newton. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Clemson Tiger, Vic Beasley, reaches home that time.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
12 yards on the return that time, and the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Now, they'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in the 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you're running the big-time races. It means they get out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 42-yard.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Let's get it together, defense. Let's get it together. Protein spill.
A fake to Freeman. Now it's Ryan. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. It's the Pro Bowler Luke Kuechly that picks it. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line. Well, not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon, intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
Now following the interception, here's Newton. He's going to take a shot right away for the end. And he's got his man. It's Samuel. Touchdown, Carolina. Curtis Samuel with touchdown number 8 on the year. As his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Gano the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone.
The Falcons take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Hey, watch the ball, 54, south. 52's the mic right here over there.
Ryan on the handoff. It's Freeman. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the first. Getting the sense, Charles, are going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Gerald McCoy able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. Now, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. They get 2 yards back, but they're going to need a lot more than that here on 3rd down.
And it is still early, just the first quarter. But you start prorating the numbers, and we might be in for some history. I mean, that last run puts him over 100 yards already, and we've still got 3 quarters to go.
Ready, ready. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. They can't hang with that. Ready,
3rd and long. It's Ryan. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Ross Cockrell. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line. First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play. And
they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. It's a Carolina first down on a gain of 16.
And the Panther first down.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Let's go, Pete.
Newton going to hand it off to McCaffrey. Spins by. 11 yards and a Panther first down.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick, and shifty. Can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary, and that led to a really nice game.
Now Cam, option left. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Cam Newton with his second touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Panthers have taken the lead. He hit him earlier in this first quarter with his arm. Now he does it with his legs.
Right now, he's one of those stat stuffers that you see on the basketball court. You know, the guy with points, rebounds, assists, steals. One with the arm, one with the legs. Let's see if he can continue this pace.
And sending out the reminder that, yeah, look, I'm known for having an arm, but I can do it with the legs on occasion when I need to. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. Oh, leaves him behind on the spin. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score.
Ready, 280. 54, south. Get out.
Freeman again, a first down carry. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
And the judge does a nice job there of navigating and picking up some yardage. Remember, no Tevin Coleman in the backfield, so he's moved up in the pecking order, getting a lot of playing time for these Atlanta Falcons.
This is Freeman on 1st and 10. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Mike 52, Mike 52. Watch the run. Check. No, check that. We got Mike 52 right here. Mike 52. Right here. Check.
From just shy of midfield, Ryan. And he can't escape the pressure. Ryan goes down. K1 short. Make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. So the sack pushes him back, and now 3rd and long for Ryan and the Falcons. From the gun, it's Ryan. And the throw there going to be incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies.
And now on the pitch, the ball's loose. And the Falcons grab it. And this is going to be brought back. It's a scoop and score for the Falcon TD. Huge play by the defense, not only to force the fumble, obviously, but to return it for a touchdown.
And I know it's no fun for anyone who plays offense, but isn't it fun to see how a defense rallies when there's a fumble return and everyone tries to find someone to block and bring it all the way home?
I always like their celebrations because they don't get there that often.
No, they're not choreographed very well usually.
And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line.
Here we go.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And let's just say they're going to be looking to start over on this drive. A few moments ago, they were in the exact situation, but their first play led to a fumble that was returned for 6.
Yeah, you definitely have to have a short memory to play in the NFL. You got to remember what you did wrong so you don't repeat it, but you can't do it.
Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Vic Beasley able to record his 5th sack of the season.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Here's Newton. Taking a shot for Samuel. It got his man complete. Past the 20. Touchdown, Carolina. Curtis Samuel, 81 yards, as his guys are able to regain the lead. Now, he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the second quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
Extra point try good by Gano. And the lead is now 21-14. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They'll look for a drive to tie this up, down 21-14 as they have it 1st and 10. The run on first down gets them a couple up to the 27. Trey Boston up to make the tackle.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
From the 27, Ryan. Man open, that's Calvin Ridley. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 17 yards and a first down for Atlanta.
59 miles. Exit.
They'll throw on first down with Ryan. This one caught by Ridley. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. Now Ryan going to give it to Freeman. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 23 yards the pickup there. On the heels of that good carry by Devontae Freeman, here's 1st and 10. He'll buy some time right. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Eric Reed. And he'll be brought down at his own 10-yard line. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
14 yards, good for a Panther first down.
Partner, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. A pickup of 24, and that's where the play began, the 24-yard line. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
I got 20. Check three. Greg. Check it.
A shotgun snap for Newton. He'll let this go for the end zone. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Able to get there and pick it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Inside of a minute left in the half. Does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do or, I guess, don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before the half runs out.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
Mike 5-9, Mike 5-9. Stay with you. Hey, wait. Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up. 5-9.
Out of the gun, it's Ryan. Looking downfield for Jones. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. To throw again. Ryan. He's got Freeman here. It's complete.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Looking deep for Julio. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock. So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt. And that's the risk of the long field goal miss here at this stage of the 2nd quarter. You give up great field position.
And that gives them one more opportunity to make something happen and something big. And we've seen crazy stuff happen at the end of halves.
Good starting position for the Panthers as they come up 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 48. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. So that would have been something from that distance, but to no avail. Comes up empty as we have reached the intermission. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go. Let's go.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They have the lead now. They'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
On 2nd and 15 now. Newton taking a shot for Samuel. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So we race the flag. They decline it.
And did they use the big eraser, or was that the one at the end of the number 2 pencil?
Well, I was thinking the 2x2-inch ones that you can buy and use in addition to the pencil.
And those last forever.
A long time.
No doubt.
So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long? From the gun, here's Newton. Taking a shot for Samuel. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 29, and they will take over at the 29-yard line. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. K1 Short in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
And that's his 2nd sack of the game, but this player, disruptive in all phases, whether he's going upfield, coming underneath, you name it. He's a big-time guy you have to block.
They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Mike 25. 59. I got him. Mike's 59. Hey, Rick Lance. Let's get the ball. Ready to go.
On 3rd down, Ryan. Flush to his right. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got on the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. The Panthers have the first. It's a gain of 12. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
SOS. Kill. 20. He's coming. We got double. 8. 25. Check 25.
They're going to run the sweep. It's Samuel, and that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. A loss of 2 there, second down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Check 59. Set the tone, defense. Let's go. Wide. Get wide. Shoot.
This is Newton off the play fake to McCaffrey. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Vic Beasley in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. So now Cam leads the Panthers up following the sack. Carolina facing 3rd and long. From the gun, Newton taking a shot for Samuel. And look at this. Cam Newton intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Keanu Neal. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
I can't believe we let you play.
The drive will start with a carry by Devontae Freeman. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. The run defense, they have been porous at times today, but not that last go-around.
No, they really tightened it up, didn't they? They finally got themselves a win because all game long we've seen them get gashed. This time they played the responsibilities, played their keys, and made a nice stop.
And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
59, ready.
The Panthers turn to their nickel set here as they get ready for 3rd down.
Give me that ball, defense. Give me that ball. 20. Check it.
From the shotgun, Ryan going up top. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary, it really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they begin this drive in very precarious field position inside their own 5.
And remember, this is a defense that's already scored once in this game, so you've got to really take care and make sure that you're blocking these guys to try and wedge the ball out from the shadow of your own end zone.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And they work this out past the 25. That one good for 26 and a 1st down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give him 10 there, good enough for a Panther 1st down. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Now a toss. This is McCaffrey. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge. I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front seven, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. From the 50, Newton. Open man is Samuel, complete. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. Newton now to throw. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. The former Bill, Chris Hogan, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd and 5. The Panthers on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and 5. Operating from the gun. Newton. And this is caught. He hits more. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A big 3rd down conversion with a gain of 28.
He's not going to get me. Gun. Check 4. 8.
Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. And he spins through. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Christian McCaffrey with touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him. All right? So you've got to go out and create some offense.
And he can't escape the pressure. Ryan goes down. Dontari Poe marches in for the sack. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. The Falcons on 3rd down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 16.
Mike, check, 59.
Ryan. Looking downfield for Jones. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by James Bradbury. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot They're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the fourth quarter, we see both teams hold up the 4 fingers. Fourth quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the 4 fingers for 4-minute offense, and this offensive line has really hunkered down and established themselves.
Now, this is where they say, put the game on our shoulders, we'll lead the way, right?
No doubt about it. And let me tell you, if you're a running back, all you want to do is get behind those big fellas, have a little vision, and find some space.
And a solid way to do that on the first play of the drive there. Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Here's Newton. And he's got his target. That's more. Give him 15 there, and the Panthers have a first down. Newton now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Now Cam, option left. And he held on to it, but he probably shouldn't have as they get him behind the line. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. And he's going to push his way down to about the 12. A sizable gain there, 9 yards as they get it back to a 3rd and 5.
Anytime the offense shows what they call a shot play or a chunk play where they're trying to get big yardage, sometimes people just call it gadget plays, and you hold it to a gain that we just saw there, you feel pretty good about yourself as a defense.
And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Chris Hogan, his first touchdown on the year. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them.
Check 24. Check.
Hey, Tuesday.
Boy, and now they can't even get a play off. He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
After the penalty, here's Freeman. And he's got room. Devontae Freeman, they're not going to get him. Touchdown, Falcons. Devontae Freeman with his 13th touchdown of the year and 2nd of the game. And the Falcons cut into that lead.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. It's a short kick, taking it to 15. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And 3 timeouts remaining here defensively, but really not much reason to use them at this point as this one is all but over.
If they use the timeouts here, it's strictly for show. We got a plane to catch. That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
2nd and 6 at the 35-yard line.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
You better bring it. You better bring it. I'm letting you know right now, you better bring it.
So this one is over. A victory for Carolina. And you've got to say, CD, it was the defense who had a big part in the W.
Oh, without question. When you force 4 turnovers, you get to enjoy the spoils of victory, don't you?